What up, slick heads? I recently somehow convinced my fiancée to start playing Summoner's War, so I thought I would make a video about how far she progressed in her first week of playing. As you can see, she thinks she's funny, but she's not. She did technically beat me using the Slick Cujo account, but I was picking my team with my eyes closed to make it fair. Anyway, let's get back on topic. She started the game with the goal of getting monsters I don't have so that she could rub it in my face. My goal was to make sure she continued having fun with the game and progressing without getting stuck. So she started off getting through the scenario and completely ignoring me while I was telling her to learn and read the monster skills. This gave me signs that she would be done the second I had to explain runes to her, but luckily, Summoner's War made an update that I forgot about that allows you to auto-engrave your runes. So I would suggest new players to use this feature until they get a better understanding of which runes are good on what. This tab will also help you with them. She then continued through the scenario and completed the Summoner's Way missions. Then, she had enough scrolls to try her luck at her goal. And of course in her first summon session, she made me mad and got 2 Nat 5 stars, one of which I don't have on my main account. However, the problem with getting a Nat 5 early on is that a lot of them are only good to focus on when you get to late game. Luckily for her, Patrick is a decent Nat 5 to build early on. I'm not playing the game for her, but I suggested to 6-star him and use her Devilmans on him. She then kept on progressing and farming. And this is what her profile looks like after her first week playing Summoner's War. She got F2 in Arena, B rank in World Boss, and yes, she completed TOA in a week. Here is the team she used and the final hits on the boss. After that was finished, it was time to collect the rewards. One of which is a guaranteed Nat 5 scroll. This is another one of those Nat 5 stars that isn't really great for early game, but it did help her out with Spiritual Realm. She was also able to beat GB10 and get a solid rank in every Rift Beast. Back in my day, this was insane progression for 1 week, but with all the updates this game has had, this is possible for any new player to obtain. You're probably wondering how much I helped her out, but honestly I didn't do that much. I made suggestions on who to 6-star next, but told her she can level up whoever she wants. Also, if she got stuck on a stage, I would maybe make small tweaks to her runes or the team that she was using. If you are new and would like me to give you some advice to progress, you can either watch my videos or become a Slickhead member where I will personally assist you in your progression. I will now show you the monsters and runes that she was using at the end of her first week. It's crazy to think back to 2014 when this game released and how long it would take to simply make a 6-star. Also, it would take months to be able to complete TOA for the first time. Well, at least for me at the time. So with that being said, I think there is no better time to get into Summoner's War than right now. The game is still very challenging, especially when you're trying to learn what every monster and boss does. However, progression to the end game is much faster now and less pay to win. It's still pay to win and always will be, but I've seen a lot of accounts with overpowered monsters that are a much lower rank than people that only use free-to-play teams. This is because free-to-play monsters are usually more focused on PvE content, which will allow you to get better runes that will ultimately define how strong your account is. I hope showcasing this account's progression has helped you get a better understanding of how quickly you can be progressing without spending money. I believe the next day she also fused the Dark Efreet. This was a recommendation of mine because he is a huge help in almost every piece of content in the game. Then, the Witcher collaboration came out right after I started making this video, so I will show you more of her progression since then. As you can see, the events helped her progress a lot faster, and it also gave her the free Nat 5 that some people will try to tell you is trash. But if you want an actual honest opinion, I suggest checking out this video if you haven't watched it already. What's crazy about the progression in 2024 is that it's very possible to reach in-game content in less than a month if you know what you're doing without having to spend any money. The goal by the end of the first month is to hopefully have completed all of the Summoner's Way missions. Once that has been accomplished, you are in what I would consider to be the end game. You'll now be trying to work on speeding up all your dungeon teams so that you can farm them faster. Then it's time to focus on the most toxic part of this game, PvP. More specifically, RTA. This is where I believe most accounts go to die, and here is why I think that way. PvP in Summoner's War is essentially 33% skill, luck, and rune quality. The problem with this is that the luck factor is too high for a game that takes a lot of investment of your time. So when you start to lose multiple matches due to bad luck, it's very discouraging and is what makes most people stop playing the game. However, I do believe 2v2 RTA is a very overlooked addition to this game, and it could prevent a lot of players from leaving. I will most likely be playing this game mode with my fiancée once she has finished with Summoner's Way. My thought process is that she would probably quit and stop having fun after the first unlucky violent proc in normal RTA. But in 2v2, we win together and we get unlucky together, which makes for a much more enjoyable experience in my opinion. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, she accomplished her goal twice already.
It's hard being a slickhead. But it's real being a slickhead.